kind of cast it as, oh, he's losing his marbles. Had I known, I think I would have handled it better. I think I would have been a much more patient person.
Well, in 2019, I read the book. I was sent the book by my book agent and friend at the time, and I was looking for
My relationship with my father, which was very complicated and difficult. My dad was a very, I come from a middle class, kind of blue-collar home, and my dad was just of that generation where it's just...
Buckle up, Marvel's universe just took an unexpected, dramatic turn nobody saw coming. Ryan Reynolds, the heart of Deadpool, might be out of the iconic red suit. The reason? A messy behind-the-scenes legal battle involving his wife, Blake Lively. Sources claim ongoing legal tensions put Marvel executives in an impossible tight spot, leading to an alleged decision to sever ties with Reynolds entirely. This wasn't a rumor, it was a bombshell threatening to shatter one of Hollywood's most successful franchises, leaving fans in disbelief. The studio feared a public relations disaster. Cutting ties was their only option, signaling no star was above the brand. Fallout was immediate, global, and sent shockwaves.
And humanity are inherently good. And they crave nutritious food in their soul.
He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids.
Hold on tight, it gets more complicated. Rumors suggest Marvel considers Justin Baldoni, known for Not Like Us, to step into the iconic red suit. Deadpool without Ryan Reynolds seems impossible, a move that could alienate millions. But insiders claim escalating legal tensions forced Marvel's hand. Studio executives behind closed doors allegedly decided severing ties was the only way to prevent a PR catastrophe from derailing future projects. To even consider another actor for such a defined role speaks volumes about the situation's gravity, signaling a brand under serious threat and a monumental gamble for the studio's reputation.
be commercial and speak to the human experience.
Yet, why Baldoni? While undeniably talented and possessing leading man appeal, can he truly capture Deadpool's signature sarcasm, sharp wit, and irreverent energy? Word on the street, Marvel may want to slightly shift the character's tone, dialing back fourth-wall breaking antics for a different edge. This creative pivot suggests the studio might be re-engineering the character's appeal, perhaps aiming for broader audience acceptance or avoiding personality clashes that led to this crisis. Whether fans accept such a drastic change remains wildly uncertain, a billion-dollar gamble for the entire franchise's future.
And I had never read a romance novel.
Never?
And she's
Father would have felt.
Legal details remain murky, but the situation reportedly became so tense that even Marvel, usually adept at handling controversy, was pushed to its limits. Whispers suggested Reynolds began to be seen internally as a liability, with executives fearing drama could escalate further, creating a risk the studio wasn't willing to take. This internal shift in perception, from beloved star to potential brand threat, reveals a deep erosion of trust. The studio's concern wasn't just a single film, but the integrity and stability of their multi-million-dollar superhero franchise, prompting drastic considerations that defied Hollywood logic.
Were you reading romance novels?
Naturally, fans erupted, flooding social media with memes, sarcasm, outrage, and disbelief. Campaigns like Not My Deadpool and Rehire Reynolds started trending, demonstrating unprecedented grassroots fan mobilization. Industry insiders, including directors and actors from past Marvel projects, expressed shock at the potential recast, amplifying public outcry. Questions mounted. Could Justin Baldoni survive in a role Reynolds had so thoroughly defined? Or was this a disaster waiting to happen for Marvel's meticulously crafted universe? The fan-base loyalty, once an asset, now became a powerful, unpredictable force against the studio's decision. Meanwhile, some insiders claim Reynolds hasn't thrown in the towel. Rumors circulate he's been secretly meeting with Disney executives, exploring every possible way to preserve his role as the Merc with a mouth. Could Marvel be testing Baldoni, using public speculation as leverage, while secretly keeping Reynolds on standby as a contingency? Nothing is confirmed, but Hollywood thrives on last-minute surprises, and speculation is rampant about a potential double-cross or strategic play by Reynolds. This high-stakes chess game suggests the final chapter of this saga is far from written, with many twists likely still to emerge. Adding more fuel, insiders reported Marvel uncovered memos and communications indicating Reynolds' camp, allegedly with Lively's support, attempted to pressure creative partners. The leaks suggest Reynolds pushed aggressively for more creative control, even hinting at mobilizing social media backlash if demands weren't met. Executives described this pressure as reminiscent of Dragons Unleashed, a thinly veiled threat to rally massive fan bases and sway public opinion against the studio. This wasn't merely a creative dispute, it was a brazen power play, directly challenging Marvel's long-established authority over its intellectual property. The stakes were enormous. This wasn't just about Deadpool's future, but the very integrity of a multi-million-dollar superhero franchise. Kevin Feige and Marvel's top executives held urgent meetings, weighing every fraught option, renegotiate quietly, keep him on board despite escalating drama, or cut ties entirely to safeguard the brand's meticulously built reputation. The gravity of these discussions underscored the unprecedented nature of the conflict, revealing a studio grappling with an internal crisis unlike any it had faced. The foundation of the MCU was shaking, forcing a monumental decision with long-term consequences. Ultimately, the studio took a bolder, unprecedented step. They brought the matter to court. Marvel's official filings made their position unmistakably clear, asserting Reynolds allegedly violated his contract and risked tarnishing the company's curated reputation. This wasn't a quiet boardroom decision, it was a public declaration prompting a lawsuit to protect the franchise and its invaluable image. Such a move against a star of Reynolds' magnitude is virtually unheard of in Hollywood, signaling the absolute seriousness of allegations and Marvel's unwavering commitment to brand preservation, no matter the cost. Ramifications extend far beyond casting. This legal battle sparked urgent industry conversations about creative control, unchecked celebrity influence, and fan mobilization. It raises a critical question. Can even established stars jeopardize iconic properties through personal disputes or perceived contractual breaches? Marvel's aggressive decision to pursue legal action signals a powerful message. No one, not even a household name with a devoted fan base, can threaten a global franchise with unchecked leverage. This case could redefine the boundaries of star power in modern entertainment, setting new precedents for accountability. For fans, the saga is terrifying and riveting. Deadpool 3 has already been shot with Reynolds, intensifying suspense. But if Marvel proceeds with Baldoni, will they attempt to reshoot major sequences, or even try the unthinkable, swapping actors in post-production, a feat almost unimaginable for such a character? Public speculation explodes, with every leaked text, insider account, and courtroom revelation scrutinized for clues. This highlights a colossal production nightmare, threatening to delay or fundamentally alter a film fans eagerly anticipated, adding uncertainty to the franchise's future. At its core, this is a high-stakes chess game where ironclad contracts, built reputations, and billion-dollar IP collide. As the story unfolds, one certainty remains. Hollywood may never look the same when star power, legal wrangling, and fan influence converge so dramatically. The next twist could completely upend Deadpool's already chaotic trajectory, leaving a lasting mark on how studios manage their most valuable assets and how stars negotiate creative freedom. This isn't just about a movie, it's about the very architecture of modern entertainment and its delicate power balances. Details remain tightly sealed, but sources suggest the lawsuit stems from actions allegedly taken by Ryan Reynolds, possibly influenced by Blake Lively, that jeopardized Deadpool's future and threatened Marvel's reputation. Fans were left in utter shock, struggling to reconcile Deadpool, the ultimate rule breaker, with the possibility his off-screen antics could spark such a profound rift between Reynolds and the studio. The perception of Lively's involvement adds a sensational layer, painting a picture of external pressure exacerbating an already volatile situation, making the personal stakes even higher. Once regarded as an unstoppable comedic genius, Ryan suddenly found himself entangled in legal wrangling that threatened to overshadow years of fan adoration and goodwill built through Deadpool's irreverent humor. His social media, previously flooded with Deadpool memes and irreverent posts, went eerily silent, signaling full crisis mode. Insiders reported he was working tirelessly with legal teams to chart his next move, weighing whether to fight publicly or settle quietly, a stark departure from his usually boisterous public persona. The profound silence was deafening, a clear indicator of the immense pressure he was under. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni maintained his composure, releasing carefully worded statements when speculative claims by Blake or her team were questioned. He never gloated, instead framing the situation as a cautionary tale about how hidden agendas and star power can escalate creative differences into public crises. Baldoni consistently emphasized the truth would emerge once paperwork was revealed, shrewdly avoiding blame while underscoring the dispute's seriousness. His measured approach contrasted sharply with the surrounding chaos, positioning him as a calm, professional figure amidst a media storm, managing his public image. For Blake Lively, the situation deteriorated rapidly. Fans who once supported her began to question her motives, particularly after her lawyer's dramatic exit and Marvel lawsuit headlines dominated news. Speculation mounted. Had Blake's behind-the-scenes maneuvers truly tipped the scales, prompting Marvel to scrutinize Ryan's reliability more closely? Could her alleged attempts to shift power dynamics have triggered an investigation that uncovered unexpected issues, ultimately fueling this unprecedented legal confrontation? Her once relatable public persona was now under intense scrutiny, facing a wave of public doubt and suspicion. Marvel's firm stand only intensified uncertainty. Executives determined no individual, regardless of fame or fan base, could overshadow the Marvel brand. Industry observers noted even Ryan's renowned humor, normally his greatest asset, might backfire if leveraged as a public spectacle. Some speculated a simple apology could actually exacerbate the situation, given new evidence Marvel had allegedly uncovered. This meant Ryan's established public engagement methods were suddenly rendered liabilities, forcing a complete reevaluation of his communication strategy in the face of legal action and intense scrutiny. As the legal battle raged, Blake's credibility took a significant hit. Her career, once buoyed by a relatable, down-to-earth persona, now faced intense scrutiny as the public questioned her influence behind the scenes. Directors and producers who previously viewed her as an asset began approaching projects involving her with extreme caution, concerned about potential collateral damage from the ongoing controversy. The ripple effects extended far beyond immediate parties, demonstrating how closely interconnected Hollywood careers are, and how a single dispute could taint an entire professional network, creating widespread unease and reputational risk. Ripple effects extended throughout the Marvel Universe. Castmates who considered Ryan a close friend began privately questioning the viability of Deadpool's planned crossovers, with some fearing major projects could be altered or scrapped entirely. While some Marvel insiders expressed deep disappointment over the fallout, mourning the perceived loss of trust with one of their biggest stars, others remained tight-lipped, aligning strictly with the company's firm public messaging. The potential for disruption to the carefully orchestrated MCU timeline sent shivers through the studio, revealing just how fragile even the most robust cinematic universes can be. The court of public opinion ran wild, with intense speculation dominating industry discussions about the lawsuit's precise nature. Was it a breach of contract, defamation, or a more insidious claim that Ryan manipulated press coverage and damaged the Deadpool brand? Observers suggested Marvel might argue his off-screen actions created an environment that could compromise future Deadpool projects, including alleged threats of negative press if his demands weren't met, potentially constituting a severe breach of contractual conduct clauses. The emphasis on brand integrity in Marvel's filings was no accident. The studio was intent on safeguarding its identity. Legal experts noted it is extraordinarily rare for a studio to sue a star of Ryan's magnitude, especially one so integral to a multi-billion-dollar franchise. This fact alone underscored both the gravity of allegations and the extent to which trust had been irreversibly eroded. Marvel's unprecedented decision to go public with legal action revealed that private negotiations, contract renegotiations, and behind-the-scenes mediation had all utterly failed, leaving the studio no choice but to escalate matters formally. It was a final desperate measure to regain control, sending a chilling message across the industry about corporate power. The entire saga served as a stark illustration of how quickly stardom and scandal could collide, obliterating reputations and upending careers almost instantly. Blake Lively's alleged clash, whether intentional or inadvertent, triggered a chain of events now shaking the very foundation of the Marvel Universe. Ryan Reynolds, once considered the untouchable comedic genius behind Deadpool, suddenly faced a legal battle with the very studio that launched his career to new heights. Even a powerhouse like Marvel, known for its loyalty, was forced to act decisively when its reputation and multi-billion-dollar franchise were perceived at risk. Ultimately, this saga underscored a harsh reality in the world of mega franchises. The smallest cracks in trust, if exposed alongside hidden power plays or dubious tactics, could ignite a wildfire capable of immense destruction. The public verdict remained uncertain, with fans clinging to hope for a resolution while others feared irreparable damage, speculating Marvel might opt to recast or even retire the character entirely. This wasn't merely a contract dispute, it was a watershed moment proving that even the most celebrated stars are not immune from the far-reaching consequences of legal, corporate, and public scrutiny, forever altering Hollywood's landscape.